YouTube star Meet Kevin makes over $1 million a month from his YouTube channel. We should tax him. We should tax him more so that he pays his fair share in taxes. And YouTube star Graham Stephan makes about $350,000 per month. That is absurd, and we should tax the rich. But do not tax me more though. I only make $100,000 per month with my real estate company. I'm not like those other rich people who are completely obscene with their wealth. What's up, peeps? This is Todd, and welcome back to my show. Today we're going to discuss what it means when people say tax the rich. If that sounds good, let's hop into the video.
Mr. President, today I will be introducing legislation which does two things. Number one, it creates a millionaire surtax.
10 years ago, Senator Bernie Sanders thought that we should impose a millionaire tax. Basically a tax on anyone who made over $1 million per year.
It will be a 5.4% surtax on income over $1 million.
You see, the governments, they aren't really good stewards of money. In fact, they spend money all the time. So this tax on millionaires, that would reduce the deficit, and it would go back to pay some of that money that the government has been irresponsibly spending.
That says that all households that have income of over $1 million will pay a 5.4% surtax on that income, which will go into an emergency deficit reduction fund.
The senator talked about all of the unfair advantages that millionaires have, including tax write-offs for their businesses.
Just doing that, asking millionaires to pay a little bit more in taxes after all of the huge tax breaks they have received will bring in approximately $50 billion a year.
But that was over 10 years ago, and a lot of things have changed since then for Senator Bernie Sanders.
Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders is now considered a millionaire.
So Senator Bernie Sanders says his millionaire status does not represent the American dream. The 2020 Democratic presidential candidate released his tax returns from the past decade, revealing his wealth.
Now, I must admit, I personally have no issue with Bernie Sanders. On the contrary, I voted for him, and I was absolutely devastated when he lost the nomination. I also have no problem with the fact that after 10 years of service, he is now a millionaire. His millionaire status is a recent change. He was not a millionaire a decade ago, but he is one now, and that's because he created something that enough people found value in that made him a millionaire.
Senator Sanders, thank you for being here. Your tax returns recently revealed that you are, in fact, a millionaire. How would you respond to concerns that your financial status undermines your authority as someone who has railed against millionaires and billionaires?
Okay, well, that's a good question. And here it is. All right, you ready to have me plead guilty? I plead guilty to have written a book which was an international bestseller, okay? And when you write a book that makes it to the top of the New York Times bestseller list, you make money. And I made money.
Well, hey now, you guys don't understand. The only reason that I am a millionaire is because I wrote a book that happened to be a bestseller. It just, I didn't plan on becoming a millionaire. It just sort of happened. But the thing is, that's how it always happened. When I started my real estate business, I had no idea that there would be a year in which I make $1 million in a single year. I bought my first property when I was 23 years old, and I had no idea that by the time I was 25, I'd be a millionaire, and by the time I was 28, I'd be a multimillionaire. My financial success was a byproduct of being really good at what I do. I provide safe, affordable housing that's nice, and I provide it in an area where the housing isn't always safe, it isn't always affordable, and it certainly is not always nice. Now, as a natural consequence of providing a good product and service, I have many people choose to do business with me, and that has a financial benefit. And because so many people are choosing to put their dollars with me and choosing to rent from me, yes, I have become a millionaire. Similarly, Bernie Sanders wrote a book. He wrote a really interesting and compelling book, and because of that, many people wanted to buy his book and read it. And as a natural consequence of being a New York Times bestseller, Bernie Sanders made buckets of money. Now, there's nothing wrong with me becoming a millionaire through real estate. great. There's nothing wrong with Bernie Sanders becoming a millionaire through being an author. I also have no problem with Meet Kevin making $1 million a month on YouTube or Graham Stephan making $350,000 per month. If you're making that level of money, it's because you're providing an incredible amount of value. In other words, Bernie Sanders would not be a millionaire today if enough people didn't find value in his book and want to pay for it. I would not be a millionaire today if it wasn't for the free choice of people choosing to do business with me because I provide a superior product and service than my competition. But with Bernie Sanders, since his income went up, since he had a far greater income with writing a best-selling book and he's now this incredible millionaire, well, his philanthropy must have gone up too, right?
You made a lot more money than you did the year before because of the book. Charitable donations, when we look at your taxes, went up, but they didn't go up proportionally. I'm not coming after you about what you gave in your donations. My question is this. Having the experience of having a lot more money and deciding what you wanted to do with it, did it give you new perspective about how people with more money feel about the government or someone like you forcing policies that demand them to give amounts as opposed to what they want to give?
There is nothing wrong with saying tax the rich, but we have to be honest with ourselves about what that means. And what tax the rich means is tax people who are richer than me. The cold, hard truth is this. If you live in a developed country and you make $50,000 per year, globally speaking, you are the 1%. If you lived in a developed nation and you make 50 grand a year, you are better off, you have more money than 99% of the planet. But of course, if you have somebody with a sign and marching in the street saying tax the rich, they're not assuming that their $50,000 salary should be taxed more. And what happened with Bernie Sanders is he went on a crusade to tax millionaires.
A millionaire surtax. It will be a 5.4% surtax on income over $1 million. $1 million. $1 million. $1 million.
But then he became a millionaire. And right around the time he became a millionaire, he stopped chanting tax millionaires and he changed it to tax billionaires. In other words, tax people who have more money than I do.
I'm talking about Jeff Bezos. I'm talking about Mark Zuckerberg. I'm talking about people who are already phenomenally rich becoming much richer.
The senator released that proposal yesterday. It would impose a one-time 60% tax on billionaire gains between March 18th of 2020 and January 1st of 2021. Here's what some billionaires would pay. Jeff Bezos would be on the line for nearly $43 billion. Elon Musk would pay $27.5 billion. Mark Zuckerberg, well, he'd have to pay about $23 billion. And Walmart's Walton family would pay nearly $13 billion.
Now, I'm not saying that wealthy people shouldn't pay their fair share in taxes. I'm a millionaire. I should pay my fair share in taxes. If you're a millionaire or a billionaire, yes, you should pay your fair share in taxes, just like someone who is a 100,000-aire should pay their fair share in taxes. The purpose of this video isn't to stick up for rich people and say that we shouldn't pay taxes. And contrary to what the comment section probably looks like, this isn't an attack on Bernie Sanders. Again, he was my guy. I voted for him. All this video is suggesting that when people say tax the rich, what they are literally saying is that they want the government to take money away from people who have more money than they do. Take Nicole Sanchez, for example. Nicole Sanchez is a popular TikTok influencer. Back in 2019, she put out a video in which she was wearing AOC's t-shirt that had tax the rich written on the front of it. And she was dancing around to a song entitled OK Boomer. Well, there's just one problem here for Nicole Sanchez, who again was a devout socialist. That TikTok video went viral. It got over 50 million hits, which drew in more followers to her TikTok account, and Nicole Sanchez is now rich. She drives a BMW i8, which, by the way, for anyone who doesn't know, that's about a $150,000 car. She lives in a $2 million apartment. And when some of her fans, some of her followers that loved her Tax the Rich video, when they questioned her about this, her response was amazing. She said that when she originally made that video, she wasn't talking about millionaires or even multimillionaires. She was specifically talking about people who have hundreds of millions or billions of dollars. Now, of course, that is ludicrous. At the time, before she had any sort of money, when she says tax the rich, she was talking about taxing all people who have more money than she did. And at that time, probably someone with more than $100,000 had more money than she did, so she absolutely meant tax millionaires. But what happened? Similar to Bernie Sanders, she became a millionaire and her stance on the topic changed. Well, actually, to be fair, it didn't really change, because when people say tax the rich, all they are saying is tax people who are richer than I am. I hope this video was helpful to you, and I will see you guys at the next one. Peace.